Hi everyone, this is Rick MacDermid here with Senior Solutions Group, and thanks for checking out this video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, feel free to do so and share this with a friend or two. We're going to talk about something today that I have not seen I haven't seen any agents who deal with seniors deal with this, and that is elder abuse, the exploitation of seniors. I was on the phone with one of our clients just a couple days ago, and he was sharing with me that he had moved to be closer to family, about 2.5 hours away. And he told me that it seems like they're draining me dry financially. He's got an account with us where he invested some money in a fixed index annuity, which, by the way, is a great option for seniors that are looking to protect their money and want a guaranteed income they can never outlive. So he says, is it true that the money we put in has already made $10,000 in a year's time? And I said, actually, it's $13,000 off that initial $100,000 investment. So he said, that's really great because my other money that I had in the bank is being dwindled and dwindled and dwindled by my family members that are bleeding me dry. And I said to him, I said, and they make you feel guilty if you say no, right? And he said, exactly. And he said, my wife dealt with that before, and she was the one that would tell them no, and now that she's passed, I just can't say no. I said, that's elder abuse. And he says, yeah, I know, and I just don't know what to do. And so I was able to give him a resource of where to turn and where to get help. And it's very important, if you have friends or family members that you suspect are being abused, to get help. And to, at some point, you might need to get some intervention, even from the authorities. Another client we had who passed away a couple years ago was being abused. His wife had passed as well, and he had an investment with us as well in a fixed indexed annuity that was doing really, really well. It was protected and safe, that he took out with his wife before she passed away. And he had bought a vehicle and a motorhome, and planned to travel the country before she passed away, after she was diagnosed with an illness, and she passed away. And so he had this motorhome sitting that he paid off, and he apparently was feeling lonely and needed some help, and these people showed up. I'm not sure how they found him, and ended up moving in with him and getting him to sign over that motorhome to them. And then he passed away, and now the motorhome is nowhere to be seen. They've left the area. So it's very, very troubling when we hear these stories. And we at Senior Solutions Group, we care so much, care so deeply about our clients, not only about their Medicare needs, how you can save money and get the best plan for the least amount, but your overall well-being. We'll check in on our clients regularly, once a year, even sometimes every 6 months, just to check on them to make sure that they're doing well. And when we hear these stories, it makes my blood boil. So I did some research just the other day, found this article, which we'll have a link to as well. There's an article put out by Dr. Leslie Kernisan, MD, and she states here in the article, here's an upsetting situation that comes up a lot and may have come up for you. Is someone financially taking advantage of mom or dad? It's a pretty legitimate concern to have. To begin with, most people know that there are plenty of scammers out there. So we've all heard about the phone scams, the telemarketers, deceptive information. Now there's these Medicare ads too that aren't technically a scam, but people end up getting placed on the wrong plan that's not suitable for them. Therefore, there's thousands and thousands of these complaints being sent into Medicare about these telemarketers putting people on the wrong Medicare plan. Now they're going to require Medicare agents to record their phone calls. Even small agencies like us, mom and pop agencies that are not a call center, they're going to require all of our conversations be phone called. CMS is going to require that starting in October. So there's another form of exploitation that may be more common, and it's often harder for families to address, and that would be the exploitation perpetrated by someone the older person knows and has a personal relationship with, such as a family member or a friend or a new romantic interest or a paid caregiver. In other cases, family members become concerned that someone in the family, such as the older person's children, is beginning to take financial advantage of things. And it can be very tricky, these relationships, for family members to address. The older person may be quite attached to or otherwise feel dependent on that person that others perceive as suspicious or problematic, or there may be concerns about stirring up family dramas and conflicts by voicing concerns about a sibling or another relative. So the article goes on, key terms to know. What is financial abuse? Financial exploitation is known as financial abuse. Again, we're going to have a link to this article. It really goes through A to Z, how to detect financial abuse, how to report it. Role of undue influence, another term is undue influence. Basically, that's where we are all influenced by people that we have relationships with, especially someone that could be cognitively impaired, that rely on that person and make decisions for them. So there's undue influence, which is improper. Then there's proper influence, when that person actually has the person's best interests at heart, but the person that needs the help is unwilling to accept the influence. That's another problem with people that have, as they get older, that have cognitive impairment. The person may legitimately want to help the person, but the person doesn't want help. So that's another topic completely. But the manipulators out there that use these relationships as a way to get in, and we see this with child abuse as well. But with our elders, it can happen over time, just like a child can be groomed for abuse. Elders can be groomed for abuse as well. So this article we're going to post, there's examples, telemarketing, lottery scams. We all know people who've been taken advantage of. Even people that are very smart, that are really being careful, can get scammed. So don't ever give out your Medicare number to someone that you don't know 100% is looking out for your best interest. You don't know that person. You don't have a prior relationship with them. Imposters that are trying to get you to wire money. We've all heard about these Nigerian scams, but they're getting more and more crafty as the days go on. So we have those scammers, but then we have the people that take advantage of a relationship. And it's really sad we see these family members taking advantage of people. So I told my client, look, you need to tell them no. You need to tell them no. And don't feel guilty about it, because you have the power to say no. So don't feel like you're powerless. If you have a friend or a family member that's being taken advantage of, the first thing you need to do now, if they're in imminent danger, you need to call 911 or the police. But if it's not imminent danger, then you can reach out to the federal government has a program how to report abuse, and that would be through the Elder Care Locator. Now in our area in Yakima County in Washington State, you can put in your eldercare.acl.gov website and put in your zip code. And then in our area, we have different agencies. The Agencies Resource Center for the Yakima Nation, which is an Indian nation in our area. They have their own agency on aging. Southeast Washington Area on Aging. Then there's the Yakima Nation Area on Aging for Elder Abuse. And then there's also the Yakima Agency on Aging. We have legal services for aging. There's long-term care ombudsman that you can report to. So if you go to the eldercare.acl.gov, you can report abuse or suspected abuse, and they will follow up on your tip. So you need to really look out for your friends and family. We are really struggling with inflation. Yesterday we helped a client save just $21 a month on her premium for her Medicare plan, and because she was paying a lot of money for Eliquis, which is a very expensive blood thinner drug, and just trying to find out ways, how can we help our clients save money? And when we come across our clients that are going through these life crises where you've experienced a lot of loss, you know, you may not be able to drive anymore, you may have lost a spouse, your siblings, your friends are passing away left and right, you're losing your independence. It becomes harder and harder as your world shrinks to be able to control your world. So look out for your friends, look out for your family members, look for clues that they may be abused, may be being abused by someone, and take action. Don't just sweep it under the rug. We are here for you at Senior Solutions Group. We are an insurance agency. This is a topic that isn't discussed very often, but we wanted to bring this to light. And please share this with anyone you know, because this is very important. We need to put a stop to what's going on around our country and our communities for the people that have worked their whole lives and saved maybe just a small nest egg, and seeing it just be depleted and wiped away by these people that are just not good people. Thanks a lot. Again, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll talk to you soon.